Hey everybody, it's Mike Herman. It's Wednesday, and I want to share a strategy and a technique that can revolutionarily change the way you do your business and run your life. And that is a simple way to get organized. Okay, if you're not organized, you will never reach the levels of success, prosperity, peace, and ease that you seek in your life and in your business. It's not possible. So let's talk about getting organized. And I just experienced this profoundly a couple of weeks ago when I was cleaning out my garage. And here's the strategy. You need to clear everything out of the space that you're trying to organize. So if you're organizing an office, or if you're organizing a drawer or a closet or a garage, you need to clear everything out of the space. Because if you keep stuff in the space and put stuff back around it, it's not organized, it's not flowing, it's not easy, it's not fluid. You need to take everything out. So in the example of my garage, I took everything out of the garage, everything except the shelves and the shelving and the stuff that was nailed or bolted to the walls. I took everything out, everything off the shelves, everything off the floor, went out on the driveway or the sidewalk. Then I cleaned up, and one at a time, one item at a time, one tool, one toolbox, one tennis racket, one chair, one table, whatever it was, one thing at a time went back into the garage in an organized way. Because here's the thing, if you keep moving things around, there's no way to make space. Clutter attracts clutter, attracts clutter. Organization attracts organization, attracts organization. That's why when you walk into someone's office or a home that's well organized, there's a flow, there's an energy, there's a chi, there's a feng shui about it. The energy flows easily. When a place is disorganized and cluttered, you can feel it in the space. And if someone else can feel it, you can feel it too. So take everything out of the space, whether it's a garage, a closet, a shelf, a cabinet, or your desk. I'm going to use my desk as an example. Okay, when my desk gets cluttered and disorganized, I take everything off of it. Staplers, tape dispensers, cell phone chargers, folders, business cards, brochures, books, anything that is on my desk gets taken off. Then I wipe down the desk, even if it doesn't need it, and one thing at a time I put back on the desk. One thing at a time I put back into organization. Same thing goes with the drawers. Once I do the top of the desk, I do a drawer. I empty the entire drawer. I go one item at a time. Do I need to keep this? Is it actively being utilized, or will it be utilized in the immediate future? That means within the next week. If yes, it goes back in the drawer. If no, it either gets discarded or it gets filed. If it gets filed, it gets effectively filed that moment. Otherwise, what happens is you end up with a pile of file stuff that you never get to. So while you're cleaning, do filing at the same time, one item at a time. Then, once the desk and the drawer get organized, if there's anything on the floor, clean that up. Do that one item at a time. If you're talking about a guest room or a garage or a closet, empty the whole thing out. Make it completely empty. Empty shell. Then put one thing back in at a time. I know this sounds so simple and so obvious, but so many people make it so convoluted and so confusing to do organization. And then they say, "Oh, I'm so disorganized. I don't know how to get organized. I don't have the time to be organized. It's so time consuming. I just don't have the time." You know what? The amount of time that you spend being disorganized is 100 times more time consuming than you would spend if you just took some time to get organized. But here's the thing, once you get organized, you have to stay organized. Organization is a flow, it's a system, it's a way of being and doing things. You have, when something comes in, you have to file it, you have to deal with it. If you just pile it up, poof, in a few weeks, few days, few months, you're going to be back to the chaos and clutter that you had before. So here's the tip. Clean everything out of the space. Do one space at a time. If it's an office, do the desk first, or do a shelf first. Do one shelf at a time, then move to another shelf. If it's a cabinet, do one cabinet at a time, then move to another cabinet. If it's a garage or a living room or a closet or whatever it is, do one at a time. But do it completely. Take everything out, then put everything back, one item at a time. You will be amazed at how effective this strategy is. I want to thank my wife, Penny, for turning this on to me a few years ago. It's made a tremendous tremendous benefit in my life, the way I run my office, the way I run my garage, the way I run the house, the way I run my car, everything. It's just so much easier to take everything out and then put things back one at a time. Let me know what you think of this strategy. Does it help you? Have you done this? Will you try this? Do you have a better system? Let me know. Today's an amazing day, and you are an amazing person. Have a great day.